In the world of aviation, safety is always the top priority. But even with the best technology, experienced crews, and strict regulations, unexpected events can happen. One such moment unfolded in September 2005, when JetBlue Flight 292 became the center of a dramatic mid-air emergency that captivated the world. In this video, we'll dive into the story of this fateful flight and the heroic efforts that followed. On September 21st, 2005, JetBlue Flight 292 took off from Bob Hope Airport in Burbank, California. The Airbus A320 was bound for JFK Airport in New York, carrying 140 passengers and 6 crew members. Everything seemed like business as usual as the aircraft smoothly ascended into the skies. Little did the passengers know, they were about to embark on a flight unlike any other. Shortly after takeoff, the pilots noticed something unusual. The front landing gear had malfunctioned. Instead of retracting into its normal position, the nose wheels had turned sideways and locked in place. This meant that the plane could not land safely without risking severe damage or worse. The cockpit instruments confirmed the issue, and immediately, Captain Scott Burke and his co-pilot had to make a critical decision. They knew they had a serious problem, but they had to remain calm. Captain Burke and his crew communicated the situation to air traffic control. The decision was made to remain in the air to burn off fuel, lightening the plane for an emergency landing. For nearly 3 hours, Flight 292 circled over Southern California, with all eyes on it. Across the country, millions watched live as news stations broadcast the unfolding emergency. For the passengers on board, however, the situation was tense. The flight crew did their best to keep everyone calm, but the reality of a potential crash landing weighed heavily on their minds. Finally, the moment of truth arrived. After hours of preparation, Flight 292 was cleared to land at Los Angeles International Airport. Fire trucks and emergency crews lined the runway, ready for anything. As the plane approached, the atmosphere was electric with anticipation and fear. As the plane touched down, the rear landing gear took the brunt of the impact. But when the nose finally lowered, sparks flew and the front wheels, still turned sideways, began to grind against the runway. The pilots expertly kept the plane steady, and after a dramatic few seconds, the aircraft came to a stop. Against all odds, everyone on board was safe. Incredibly, no one was injured in the emergency landing. The heroic efforts of the flight crew, particularly Captain Burke and his co-pilot, were praised for their calm professionalism under pressure. Aviation experts noted that the well-designed Airbus A320 and JetBlue's adherence to safety protocols were critical in preventing a disaster. Passengers later recounted the tense moments on board, but expressed immense gratitude for the skill and bravery of the crew. In the days that followed, JetBlue and the FAA launched an investigation into what caused the malfunction. But ultimately, Flight 292 became a testament to the importance of emergency preparedness and quick thinking. Since that day, JetBlue Flight 292 has remained a reminder of the resilience of both human determination and modern aviation technology. It's a story of how a potential disaster was turned into a miracle, thanks to the quick actions of a skilled crew. So, the next time you're flying, remember, while emergencies are rare, the aviation industry is built to handle even the most unexpected situations. And JetBlue Flight 292 is a perfect example of how sometimes what could go wrong can still end with everyone walking away safely. Thanks for watching this episode of Centuries. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more incredible moments in aviation history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.